Guys, how's it going? Welcome back. So you want to learn how to play guitar? I'm going to start you off on the road real simple and easy, and I'm going to show you what I consider to be the right way to go. Now, depending on your guitar, depends on how much pressure you really need to put down on your strings. So I'm not going to get into talking about, parts of the guitar, the frets, different sizes of frets. What I'm going to show you is a real simple, easy method to get you going so that you have, just a mild discomfort, because your fingertips right now don't have calluses on them, okay? You need to develop callus, and then you can play for longer and longer periods of time, and so on, okay? And then, of course, it won't ever bother you. I can actually sit here now, for as long as my body will allow me to function, and, that's because I've got callus on my fingers, and I've been at this also for well over 30 years, and I've been teaching for over 25. And I really enjoy and love guitar, and a lot of people do, and they have a lot of reasons for getting into playing guitar. That's all good and fine too. So you want to learn to play guitar, let me teach you the easy way, okay? So first thing we're going to start out on is I'm going to tell you a little bit about the strings and the notes. Starting at the very top, it goes 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, or E, A, D, G, B, E, or Eddie, 8, Dynamite, Goodbye, Eddie. Okay, it's a good way to remember your strings as well, okay? Doesn't matter if you're a left-handed player, right-handed player. I'm a lefty guy, and it's really awesome teaching right-handed people because it's a mirror effect, right? And that's actually kind of cool. And so it does make it easier for those righties because they're not looking across this way that's directly in line, right? So it's very easy to duplicate or mimic what the other person's doing. So let's talk about acoustic or electric, makes no difference. What you want to do is start out, because what I'm going to start you out on is very simple little blues stuff, okay? But you want to take your first finger, so 1, 2, 3, and 4. Your thumb's not counted, okay? So going this way, pinky is your 4, then 3, then 2, then 1, okay? Or 1, 2, 3, 4, right? So put your first finger onto your G string on the 2nd fret. You want to also be able to move your 3rd finger down to the 4th fret on the same string, okay? Really simple, easy stuff. And this is also going to help you with curvature too. You want to create an angle. If you see the angle that I have going on here, and keep this middle finger up about this sort of an angle. Don't put it down here because it's going to really mess you up bad, okay? So try and keep it straighter, all right? You don't have to keep it straight, and no, you're not flipping anybody the bird, all right? But you got to get that angle going, and you'll see the back where my thumb is resting. That'll be a common spot for most of you. You'll find your comfort zone, but you got to have that angle. You can't play at 90 degrees. You got to play off to the side this way. This is also going to help you for when you start doing chords, because some of these notes are part of chords like C and F, okay, and so on, all right? So let's go back to that D string on the 2nd fret, and same string to the 4th fret, but we're going to lift up first. You're not going to move this first finger off of that string on that fret, okay? So you're going to do this. Now, your string above, your A string or 5th string, you're going to pluck it and the one below that you're fretting, okay? Okay, something like that. What you're going to want to get this to sound like is like this. Make the strings sound the same, okay? So now take this slow, don't rush. There's no need to rush. You rush, you're just going to screw up, get frustrated, and then you're not going to want to touch your guitar anymore. That's not the idea here. We've got to make this fun for you too, right? Because guitar is a fun instrument, but initially when you're learning, it can have some frustration level to it. But to get that note fretted right is a matter of just hovering your finger on the string itself, and you got to stay in behind the actual fret wire, okay, which is actually your fret, okay. In between, some people call this the frets too, but you're fretting the note, so you're on that fret. This is your 2nd fret, which is your fret wire. So you want to just hover it. It's going to sound dead. Start just lightly putting pressure until the note rings out nice and solid and there's no buzz going on either and no more muted sound. And that's all the pressure you need. Okay, same thing with the other note, okay, on the 4th fret. Okay? Bazinga, right? Now the next part of this is going to be doing the G string with the D string. So you're going to go down to the G string here on the same fret. And it's still the same thing as 2nd to 4th, same pattern. And you're going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now initially you're going to be a lot slower than me, so you're going to be like 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then you'll go up to the A string, okay, which is your 5th string. Same frets you're going to be working with. And you're going to start with your 6th or E string. Alright? So you're going to do your D string four times. Okay, so it's going to sound like this. And then you're going to go to 2, 2, 2, back down to the G, up to the D for 2, then come up here and end it whichever way you want to. Because you can pick any ending you want. Or you can just keep playing it and playing it over and 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 over. Okay? Continuously, forever if you want. Alright? But you want to be able to get your eventually you want to get your changing up so that it's quicker too. So you want to end up with this. Oh, sorry, my bad. The ending I chose. You can choose any ending you want, alright? And that's how that basic pattern goes along. And you can step it up and make it go faster and faster, but keep your speed really slow until you get used to the changes, right? So on. That's what you're going to do. Now, you're not going to get very much finger fatigue, even with no callus, but you will get some. Okay? Practice about 10 minutes a day, every single day. That's where I start people out, and do that for a couple weeks. And if you feel you can go 15 minutes, go 15. If 15 is still, you think you can go longer, try 20. And if you can't quite hit 20, then you know that you're maxed at 15, and do the 15 for a while, okay? And just keep with that progression, and eventually get it faster if you want. Okay, and then you continue, go, 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 right? Try not to go fast right away. You're going to be tempted, but don't go fast right away. Very bad thing to do. And this is all just down movements. So if you watch my left hand, I'm kind of resting my fingers down here below on the body a bit because it stops me from trying to twist my wrist, because that would be almost like strumming, right? You're not strumming, you're picking, and it's all down. picking and the basic blues pattern. Now, I'm doing this with, it's a Jim Dunlop 0.46 millimeter pick. That's the pick you want to do that with, okay? It's very ideal because it's not too stiff, but it's also not overly flexible, because you don't want too much flex, but you also don't want a really stiff pick. Like these hard plastic picks, these are way too stiff. They're too thick, too stiff. They are going to totally screw you up, and it's going to cause you a really huge time delay on mastering any new skills on your guitar. Okay, go to those picks when you know what you're doing, you know, after you've been at this for quite a while. And I'll tell you right now, I've been at this for well over 30 years knowing what I'm doing, and I still use a 0.46 millimeter primarily for all the types of music that I like to play, because I'm like you. I like to, you know, I like to rock out a little bit too, you know, like. And it's a great pick for it, okay? It's also good for alternate picking, which is the next kind of picking I want to teach you. But this requires doing what's called an open chord or a power chord. Some people call it a bar chord. It's made up of like 3 fingers, which is one of them. There are 2-finger, you know, chords you can do as well. But this is a typical, say it's a G chord right here, right? So you want to put your first finger onto the 3rd fret of your 6th string. Then you want your 3rd finger on the 5th fret on the 5th string. And then, of course, your pinky or 4th finger on the 5th fret onto your 4th string. Okay, so you're going to go be like E, A, D are your strings, and that's the string names, and this is the chord you're going to do. It's going to look something like this, right? And you can do a down shot with distortion. So for alternate picking, down, up, down, up. Distort it. Now, that chord, the formation of that chord, it's starting on the G note, so that's your root of your chord, right? Starting G. If you slide it up a full step, so 2 frets, from the 5th to the 7th, so your first finger is going to be on the 7th fret, that's an A. Next one up is a B. Then a C sharp, D sharp. How come there's no B sharp? Because there isn't a B sharp. It's B, C, C sharp. And you go down below here too, and you can start here. Okay? So E, what comes before E? D. Before D, C. Before C. So on, okay? That's a whole whack load of chords that quick, right? So then you can do something like this. Okay, so you get the idea, you know. Pretty simple formation, tons of chords from here to here and back again, right, on the first 2 levels, right? So I just taught you a whole whack load of chords, right? So you'd be like F, F sharp, G, what was after G? G sharp, okay, A sharp, B, C, and so on, okay? But that's alternate picking, so it's just like little rackets of, and once you get some speed going, then you can try something like, difficult. So anyways, now strumming. To start you as a beginner for strumming, I'm going to start you off the easy way. Get rid of that pick, put it aside. You're going to need a .38 millimeter Jim Dunlop nylon pick. This is going to be flexible and forgiving, okay, at the same time. It's going to allow you a very easy time at learning how to do strumming. Whether you're on an acoustic guitar or an electric makes no difference here. Okay, so when you start doing your chords, you're just gliding it. And you can hold with a lot of stick out too, right, which will make it easier to slide it, okay, up and down. That's just a basic pattern. Not going to be as fast as me at the beginning for chord switching. What I like to teach the students first as a beginner chord pattern is G, C, and D. Because there's millions of songs that just use G, C, and D, but in different ways, different strumming patterns, different length of time on each chord between switches, you know, and G, C, and D could be, you know, could start with C. Could have been C to G to C again, G, D, G. So wherever it is, there will maybe be alternate minor chords in that song as well, like maybe an A minor, you know, could be a B minor stuck in there somewhere too. Okay, but there are lots and 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 lots of songs with just the G, C, and D in them. So it's a great start for a beginner guitar player to start playing songs, you know. But before getting into chords and stuff, you know, you should actually really seriously consider learning this first. Because it's going to give you the right posture in your hand, the right kind of curvature already, placements that are going to be more natural right away, so you'll learn your chords even faster, okay? Otherwise it could take you like 2 to 3 times longer to learn chords if you're going to learn just chords right away, okay? And you're also not going to have the proper finger stretch, you're going to have the proper curvature right away. It's going to be kind of frustrating too, which is why I choose to use the method that I was taught starting out here, okay? Now, this pick is wonderful for learning to strum with because of its flexibility. Alright? So, and good for learning alternate picking right away because it's got that flexibility. So then when you've mastered those things, then move on to the 46 millimeter. Alright, and you're already on the 46 for this stuff. Alright, and then when you've mastered your strumming with the 38, go to the 46. But don't stick with a 38 all the time for strumming. You've got to move up to at least that 46 because that 38 is really flexible and it will cause you not to get certain sounds that you're going to require in a lot of different songs you're going to need to play. And you got to be able to play with some authority too, which that 38 will not allow you to strum with a lot of authority. Okay, it's a learning tool pick. Okay, so, and it does come in handy to just keep it around if you do actually want the lighter tones. Okay, now I'm going to give you a little example of that on the acoustic and then we're out of here. Okay. Now every acoustic sounds different too. Most of you are not going to have a $700 guitar right away, but I'll bring it out anyway. So, 38. You notice that the response of the bass really isn't quite up there, but it does have some nice tin to shine with. So the trebly side's up there, right? It does make that hard to sing, because if you can sing in like key of G, for example, using too light of a pick is gonna like be a little pitchy, and it's gonna mess you up. Which is why we go back to this one, to the 46 millimeter. It'll dullen it down just a little bit. Separate the mids and the highs good. And then when you want that bass, okay? So that's why we go with the 46 when we've mastered our strumming with the 38. Alright, so that's where you get that from. So whether you're an acoustic player or an electric guitar player, 2 picks, 38 millimeter nylon Gin Dunlap and a 46 millimeter nylon Gin Dunlap pick. Those are the 2 picks of choice that you need. You will more than likely, in a lot of cases, unless you're a really hardcore metal player, you're going to probably stick with that 46 millimeter for years, and that'll probably be your go-to pick. Honestly, I usually don't use anything thicker anymore than the 46 for the kinds of music that I particularly play. And I play a little bit of metal here and there, and I like playing my metal music too. And the 46 does a really good job with it. But if I want something even more throaty and more authoritative and nasty, then in that case I'd probably, you know, experiment with different thicker picks for that sort of stuff. But just be aware too, when you go to a thicker pick or a harder pick, you do risk the chance of breaking strings. That can happen. Ever since I switched over to 100% on the 46, I have never yet broken a string on my electrics or my acoustics since then. And when I started to learn how to play, the first pick my guitar teacher gave me was a 73 or 0.73 millimeter Jim Dunlap nylon pick. And I still actually have that pick, and it's a great pick. Not the original one, I kind of wore it out, but I ended up getting another one. And, you know, I just keep it in the case. You know, I have a whole case full of picks, you know, because I come across them and whatever. I like collecting them. But that pick, I've broken so many strings on my acoustics and electrics, it's like, and it really dulled out the sound really bad. The thicker pick really dulls your highs and mids out. It's nice for the bass side, but it really dulls everything else out. Okay, and so anyway, that's for today. And we'll see you probably on the next lesson. I don't know when I'm going to do another one, but, you know, hope you enjoyed it. And subscribe to the channel if you want more. If you want to see more of my guitar lessons that are already up on my channel, have been for a long time, search my channel via guitar lesson or guitar lessons, and you'll come up with some stuff, and away you go. So, catch you later.